Christian, which means I'm a persecuted Christian. Now, gang stalking is not a purely spiritual phenomenon. It's a system conspiracy, like Epstein Island was. That's a conspiracy, and it's not. There was only like demon-possessed people that just naturally felt like ending up on Epstein Island. This is organized. So I'm a Christian turned individual. I'm a gang stalked turned individual, and I'm targeted with gang stalking, and I've been targeted for more than a decade as a Christian, which means I'm a Christian being persecuted. And what is gang stalking? Let's talk a little bit about gang stalking, what it's not. And I'm not intending to stop talking about this, so just that's a way to fight back, to stand up against this tyranny, against this oppression, against this evil, is by keep speaking out about it. And as long as I'm talking, other people are talking, I'm not going to shut up about it. So the gang stalking persecution program, the deep state that controls us from behind the scenes, the deep state, so-called Illuminati power elites that control us from behind the scenes, they are the root of the gang stalking program, because they are the root of anything that's going on in society, like 9/11 inside job, or the poisoning of everybody and everything else. So the deep state control the world from behind the scenes. So I'm a Christian turned individual being gang stalked, targeted with gang stalking turned individuals. And this is not something that happens to only Christians. There's a lot of turned individuals that are not Christians. There's a lot of turned individuals that are not Christians, that are atheists or whatever they are. But it's something that can happen to a Christian. And if you're a Christian, as I am being taught with this, you are by default a persecuted Christian. So I'm a Christian being persecuted. And I've been taught about this gang stalking persecution program for more than a decade now, more than 10 years. And what is gang stalking? Gang stalking is not purely a spiritual phenomenon, as some people will work to like Christian TI, so-called, will be like, yeah, it's demon possession or something. No, gang stalking is an institutional. It's a program, like Sir Setson was a program to read about on Wikipedia. So there's a secret program called gang stalking that exists in America and in Sweden, where I live. And people are recruited to target you if you're a target individual. So part of the target is cyber stalking and being harassed online. These people are recruited to target me in different ways, both online and offline, both psychological and physically. So gang stalking is a secret persecution program that works to destroy a person's life and target them both mentally and physically. And I've been taught for more than a decade, but I remain strong, fit, and healthy despite 10 plus years of targeting, because I credit God with that. So anyway, here's the point. Gang stalking is real, and it is what happens if you're a target individual. People get recruited to target you consistently. People get recruited to target you in real life and online, psychologically and physically. Some of the things I've had happen physically is being sprayed with chemicals on that side. I was shot in the leg with a dart gun where it was. I've been, they try to make me have accidents. I've been poisoned. So there are physical attacks. Another risk is if you go to an institution like a hospital, they can have a doctor give you bad treatment on purpose. Like, for example, I went to a dentist and the dentist spoke to home to give me a tooth infection. And I believe that could have been the program put up the dentist to do that ahead of my appointment. Like targets as a Setson, receive perhaps incorrect medical treatment. So part of every target is a smear campaign, where they work to paint you as a bad person and a danger to society and children and things like this. And I have a cyberstalking chat right now trying to help the smear campaign. And what they're doing is write a comment to try to get me to read out the comment out loud, so you get a clip of me saying something that they can use to paint me as a danger to children in the recruitment. They wrote that they think that the age of consent should be under 12, and they wrote and asked if they should lower the age of consent, and then they wrote that they think it should be under 12. So notice how they're working to bait me to say something that they can get a clip of me reading the comment out loud. Understand? It's like someone writes a comment, and this is part of the target I get. It's like someone comes into my chat, which I'm gonna screenshot, okay, and I can post on my community page and post people trying to bait me to say things for the smear campaign. So thanks for that. Okay, you're not winning, I'm winning. Okay, so this is part of what they do. The cyber stalker here working to be able to bait me to say something they can use in the smear campaign. So they can play a clip in a Discord group, this guy's a pedo or something like this, and then go harass him. See? So, no, I do not, okay? No, I do not. I do not believe that. So, I'm a target individual, a Christian target individual, I'm the target of persecution. And it's a system. It's the system that's targeted, basically. A lot of people are focused on the trees and don't see the forest. So I find it hard to deal with like this watered down level of truth or operations teaching the truth. It's like the whole truth, nothing but the truth is what I'm about. So I'm a target of a system persecution program. And the deep state that control America from behind the scenes, and Sweden, they have this program called gangstalking. And if you're a problem individual, you can be targeted with it. And I've been targeted for more than 10 years with this. So gangstalk is real. Most online tests are not. Most online targeted videos so-called are fakes, and they work to cover up gangstalk with the crazy talk, which why you see so many people talk about space reptilians or the flat Earth or brain chip implants or ELF weapons or things like this. Because there's a lot of fake TIA counterintelligence agents that work to cover up gangstalk with the crazy talk, which means these people are recruited to get a YouTube channel, like a neighborhood cracker or something. Just make a YouTube channel and claim to be a ton video, make videos about being gangstalked, and then make sure that you say you got a chip in your brain or something like this, to control public perception of the topic, and to make people believe that anybody claim to be a target of gangstalk and they're a nut job, that a paranoid schizo think they got a chip in the brain, and it works, unfortunately. So I'm a target individual, I'm targeted with gangstalk ton videos, and what does gangstalking entail? What does it mean? You're the target of a program that works to target you, online and offline, mentally and physically in different ways, and they keep recruiting flying monkeys to target you, harass you, and persecute you in different ways. And they operate through proxy, which is what the deep state always does. It's like there's a program called Gangstalk work to destroy my life and harass me, target me physically and psychologically in real life and online. And it's like they can have one person who's a gangstalker work to harass me with 10 different accounts on my YouTube channel, and then another one. So these people are recruited to harass me, and then they're working to recruit other people. So I actually, in this live stream, there's somebody doing that. They were doing it in the past live stream too. So notice how they're pushing desperately for something they can use in the smear campaign to recruit people to harass me. They're writing comments where they try to get me to read a comment out loud so they can get a clip of me saying something, and then to go to some Discord group, see what this guy said in his live stream, he's a pedo, go harass him, and then people showing up harassing me. So this is how they work to recruit more people into the gangstalking program as proxies. People that don't even know, where it's like, it's not that the CIA showed up and we wanted to be an agent working to destroy Tonviro's life. It's like just somebody's an operative can be used to recruit proxies, other flying monkeys. And that's in real time. And also I'm paranoid because I'm saying that I'm being cyber stalked and told with smear campaigns being a Tonviro. But it can happen in real time every time I go live in my chat, as people still go, this guy's paranoid for thinking people out to get him all the time. Okay? But it's like very sophisticated. It's like 10 different accounts run the same thing. And since yesterday, and it's like the same content I would be writing content, they're writing comments to try to get me to read out the comment. Do you understand? It's like if I'm live and someone comes in writing, I support Trump, what do you think, Mike? And I go, I support Trump. They could get a clip and show it to people that hate Trump and be Mike's a Trump support. Let's go harass him or something like this. Okay? So that's the tactic they're using in the smear campaign. Yeah, so I'm a gangstalk Tonviro, talk with gangstalk and Tonviros, and I have been for more than a decade. And these people are recruited to target people online in real life. So, gangstalking, it doesn't just happen online, but that's part of the targeting I get is targeting online. Now, I also get targeted in real life. These people are recruited to be little agents for this program that get used to harass me in the supermarket. If I go to the supermarket, there's people in the city that are agents, gangstalkers so-called. They get activated and sent to go to the supermarket when I'm there. Hence the term gangstalking, because if you're talking about there's people that keep showing up around you when you're out in public or online, there are gangstalkers that work for the program. And they'd be put up to target you mentally and physically. So sometimes physically. I've been targeted with chemicals and food poisoning and things like this. I've also been shot in the leg with a dart gun, being a target. So, I'm a total video talk with gangstalking, and it doesn't just happen online, it happens in real life, and it's a persecution program working to destroy a person's life. And I've been taught for more than a decade, and despite everything happening, I'm not stopping. Okay, so God can't use Christian men that are cowards, like afraid to, uh, they're ashamed of Christ. They're afraid to make videos. They're afraid to even like be public as a Christian to fight anything. But God can use a man like me who's willing to speak the truth of what I believe and stand up in the nation for what I believe. I'm a Christian. I'm Mike SAHA, and here's what I believe. And then be willing to suffer persecution, not give up. So I'm gonna finish up. I might go live a little bit later, play Stalking Omen mode. I've been thinking about possibly starting a new one as Unisk, UNISG, which is a different faction than what I've been playing as normally. I've been playing as Loner, and we'll see what we do. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you the video, and Gangstalk is real, and Gangstalk is not just harassment. They target you physically. I've been targeted physically, by the way. So I've been food poisoned, sprayed with chemicals, shot in the leg with a dart gun. After I got a health problem, I became allergic to perfume. The program started using perfume as a selective toxin to target me with. It's like they can have somebody spraying perfume in the elevator before I'm leaving, or I've had packages intercepted and tampered with. There's a lot of things that the Gangstalked can do to you, and it's important to realize that if you're targeted video, it's not just psychological warfare. You have to be prepared to be targeted physically, and you're more vulnerable to physical targeting if you're ignorant, oblivious. If you're unaware that the program will stop targeting physically sooner or later, then it could already be doing it to some extent covertly. So Gangstalked is real. I've been talking for more than a decade, and it's what the secret persecution program, and it's been going on for more than a decade. The former head of Los Angeles FBI, Ted Gunderson, confirmed in his own affidavit that Gangstalked told me is real. And I have one of these people in here is a cyber stalker. And it's somebody showed up recently that it keeps on the same comment from, I can tell it's the same person operating from like 5-10 different accounts. So that's part of what happens if I go live. These people that are sent to harass me. I'm gonna finish up this video. My name is Mike SAHA. I'm a Christian targeted video living in Sweden. I've been targeted with Gangstalked for more than a decade. It's a persecution program. It's been targeted me physically, worked with all my life. I get targeted online and offline. And I'm gonna finish up this video. And I'm not gonna stop speaking out. I'm not gonna stop defending the gospel, the real Bible. I'm not gonna stop teaching the gospel. I'm not gonna stop speaking the truth about gang stalking. Here's another thing. Before I finish up. Christian churches are terrorist cell recruitment centers now. Because me being a Christian target, I've seen a lot of Christian ministries participate in gang stalking, targeted with covert abuse, where covert psychological abuse online. So if I subscribe to Graphene Corner, for example, I subscribe to Christian ministry YouTube channels. It's happened several times that the pastor will start targeting me in his videos with covert psychological abuse, which shows that he's been recruiting to this gang stalking program. This work to destroy my life and target me in real life and online. So Christian churches are like domestic terrorists and recruitment centers now. Where it's like if they can recruit a pastor to participate in a secret tyrannical persecution program called gang stalking, that really says a lot. So I saw a guy recently, Graphene Corner, make a video, and this is like what the shells do right now. I can see pattern recognition. That right now systems, YouTube shells are hyping fear of Islam. Like they all do the same thing at the same time. So it's like Masada Ayub makes a video about Bondi Beach and the Muslim threat, and then it's like this other Tom Bilou has a person on about the threat of Islam, and then Christian puppet pastors make videos about the threat of Islam. So my analysis is they're using divide and conquer tactics, where they're working to stir up hate and create division, where it's like turn Christian America against Islam as the major threat, just like they did at 9/11. See, they're not wanting people to wake up to the conspiracy inside of the borders of America, that the deep state control America from behind the scenes, and they did 9/11. So they're using the same old hype fear of Islam. I don't agree with Islam, but I can see the deception, where they're using the Muslims as a scapegoat and get everybody focused on the Muslims and the threat of Islam, rather than the threat of the deep state controlling America from behind the scenes, and the media and politicians and pastors and churches and everything else. So I've seen Graphene Corner target me for this gang stalking program in his videos with covert psychological abuse. which means he's been recruited into domestic terrorism program. That's what gang stalking is. It's domestic terrorism. And worked to destroy my life for many years. So yeah, gang stalking is really domestic terrorism. And I've seen a lot of Christian ministries participate in it. Which means if I subscribe to the channel, how do I get targeted? Well, if I subscribe to Rafink Arnold, he starts talking with covert abuse in his videos, psychological abuse, like little innuendos and subtle threats or whatever the target tactics are. And that shows he's been recruited by the gang stalking program, which shows he's a puppet of the deep state. So Christian churches are involved in gang stalking type videos, and I've seen that myself. So I can see they're working to control. Basically, I've seen this. It's like they're working to hype fear of Islam, and they've used that before. If it's not broken, don't fix it. The deep state that controlled America did 9/11. The deep state Illuminati satanic secret society scum did 9/11 as a Masonic blood sacrifice murder ritual. They murdered thousands of people, and me being symbolically literate, I can see like the Freemasonic ritualistic components, like the esotericism to 9/11. Where it's like Jah, Queen, and Boaz, the two pillars representing the two polar opposites, North and South Tower, male and female, good and bad. So 9/11 was a terror attack done by the deep state that controlled America from behind the scenes. And then they blame Al-Qaeda and other countries, start a war and used to de-Americanize America. Patriot Act, extraordinary rendition. They got Americans to hand over a lot of their rights. They used the problem, reaction, solution chain, which is one of their favorite moves. Problem, reaction, solution. They cause a problem, control the reaction, and then provide a solution. It's a problem we created. Here's work to control the reaction, and then provide a solution. That's how the deep state operate. So I see them working to get people focused on Islam as the threat from other countries, rather than Christian pastors being puppets of the deep state. And the deep state controlling politicians and podcasters and pastors and churches in America. It's like a silent takeover, where the deep state has been working to capture key figures, Christian pastors, churches, media, podcasters, influencers, and they have had a good effect on controlling the masses by controlling the masses listen to different communities. And this is one of the things that make me dangerous, that I know the truth, can see it, and I'm willing to speak it. So a lot of people are not aware of that a lot of podcasters, influencers, major YouTubers are controlled by the deep state. And it's not just about what they tell you, it's what they're not telling you. So it's like, while the deep state have the masses eating high sugar diet to keep them dumbed down and easy to control, they don't have Penguin C or Asthma Gold warning about the high sugar diet, why a lot of men have low testosterone now and they're sick and unhealthy. It's because they're eating high sugar diet and they're vitamin deficient and everything else. So the deep state are controlling a lot of churches, and they control society covertly. They control a lot of podcasters, a lot of churches, a lot of YouTubers, and it's not just about what they tell you, it's what they're not telling you. So they're worried about the masses finding somebody like me listen to me, because I'm not controlled and I'm willing to speak the truth even if it leads to trouble, and I know the truth they don't want the masses to know. So I've been teaching this for years, that the deep state have an agenda to eat a high sugar diet. They've hidden the truth about vitamins, how much you need of certain vitamins. They've got you vitamin deficient and eating high sugar diet, a lot of you, and using all these toxic chemical and home cleaning products. And the end result is people being easy to control because and managed by the deep state and manipulated to see, because they're not performing as they should. So I made videos decode this, because the deep state hide their data in plain view, which is interesting how the guy is being persecuted is like the daily guy or need the matrix that can see the truth in plain view, got what I can see. Why do you think I can make these videos? First I'll tell you there's an agenda by the deep state to have eating a high sugar diet, and I can show you pop culture movies where they hide the agenda in plain view, like Michael Decode No Count for Me movie Django Unchained, where there's hidden plain view truth there. There's like, yes, we're using sugar, a high sugar diet to keep the masses controllable. So, if you want to be healthier, I recommend you to go on a low sugar diet, ensure that address vitamin deficiencies, which a lot of people have. And you can learn about this by watching my videos. So, they're afraid of people finding my channel because I'm like the day live guy with the glasses that can see, or need the matrix. Where I woke up from the matrix, I got saved when I was 20 years old. I've been growing discernment and knowledge as a child of God, and I've learned more and more over time, and I'm able to show people the truth that the deep state I want people to see. And you can get targeted by the system. And the system, the deep state system, they have this gangstalking program that can turn on somebody, becomes problematic to them. It works to destroy your life and sabotage you. And it works to regulate power, meaning if you're dangerous to the deep state, this gangstalking persecution program is something they can turn on you to decrease your influence or try to. So beware of puppet pastors and puppet podcasters and puppet influencers. And that simple truth is something that I can tell you that a lot of podcasters, influencers, YouTubers, pastors are controlled by the deep state, the puppet agents. So I'm gonna end the video.